Today's PC is all about Prime. Yes, we are building a full ASUS Prime PC. And thanks to ASUS, we're also giving away this graphics card. More on that later on in the video. So this is the ASUS case A21 Plus, the case that we're going to be using for today's build. Comes pre-installed with 1, 2, 3 fans at the front, and we've got one at the rear here. They're all ARGB as well. All look to be daisy chain connected at the back as well, which is really cool. And the case is BTF compatible, so the motherboard is with the backwards support. This is an MATX case, and we've got plenty of ventilation around with the hexagon shapes at the top, the rear. You've got mesh panel at the front as well, and the top of the power supply shroud. So if you did decide to have the power supply facing up, you could do that, or you face it down like most people would do, and it's got plenty of ventilation and room down the bottom to bring in that fresh air. Now, at the top of this, we are going to be putting a 360 AIO cooler, which will fit in this small case, which is pretty cool. Not only that, but you can also fit in your full-size graphics cards. We've got plenty of length there. Storage-wise, we do have hard drive cage down below, so you can fit, looks like 2 hard drives or a few SSDs. Also an SSD mount at the rear tray here. And of course, in the motherboard, we do have our NVMe as well. If you are sick of this watermark and not being able to utilize all of Windows features, then head on over to whokeys.com. Purchase a Windows 10 Pro key for $16 or a Windows 11 Pro key for $22. Use my code IFR25 for 25% off with loads of payment methods. Copy your code from the user center and paste it here to activate. They also provide you with a step-by-step guide and 24-hour support. Now, for those of you who saw our recent networking video, you'll know that we're still working on getting networking in the shed. So I needed to go with a motherboard that actually had built-in Wi-Fi for the time being. So this is the ASUS Prime B760M A Wi-Fi. We do have just enough USB to get us by, and I think it's a perfect pairing with our 13700 CPU. Plus, we've also got our 1 Gen 4 NVMe slot, which will go perfect with our storage pairing as well. Now, I have no more 14th gen CPUs left on hand. They're in other builds at the moment, so I had to go back to my 13th gen stash, and as it turns out, a lot of those are missing as well, and I don't know why, but I accidentally put an empty box back in there. Was gonna go with the 13900K, but as soon as I opened it, there was nothing in there. So now we're going with the 13700. It's not a K version. I don't have any other K variants in 13th gen, so unfortunately no overclocking. However, it's still a decent CPU, and the aim today is just to get this PC up and running, make it look really nice. 13700 is a capable CPU as well. We'll be able to play the latest games and titles, so we'll get that installed and we'll see how well the liquid cooler can handle it. Now, motherboard has 1 Gen 4 NVMe slot, so we've gone with the Corsair MP600 Core XT. It's got a read speed of 5000 and write of 4400. So this is gonna be plenty. There's also 2 terabytes worth of storage, so we can put our Windows on there, we can put our favorite programs on there, we can put a few games on there with plenty of storage to spare. So that's why I thought it'd be the perfect pairing with that motherboard, especially since it doesn't have a built-in heatsink. The motherboard does, so I think that makes for a great pairing. Now, for our RAM, I ended up going with the Corsair Dominator Platinums. I love the look of these. It's got a little bit of RGB on the top, not too much. We can turn them off if we want, or we can leave them on. And this is 64 gigabytes, so 32 is kind of the standard now. So I went the step up just to get a little bit more out of it. After all, we do video editing and rendering and things like that, so every little bit helps. And this is a CL30 timings kit, so it's really good timings at 6000 megahertz. So I think we could actually get a bit of an overclock out of this, really, just to get a little bit more performance. Now, I was planning on introducing as much heat as I could with a 13900K. However, it turns out that box was empty, so we are using the 13700K, which this is way more than capable of handling, and this is the ASUS Prime LC360 ARGB. So yeah, we've got the RGB fans, and these fans, they range from 600 to 2200 RPM, and it's one single frame. So they're all joined together, and at the end here is two cables coming out of it. So you've got the fan power and you've got the RGB power. Now we also have a pigtail for the RGB, so we can actually take the RGB from the pump, plug that into here behind our case, and then just have one header plugging into the motherboard. The radiator itself is 27mm thick, so it's pretty standard. However, the fin density looks nice and compact, so we should see some really good surface area for cooling. And luckily, we do have high static pressure fans on there to actually get that air through. Now this is a breath of fresh air in my opinion. This graphics card seems to be a lot smaller than a lot of the other graphics cards that we've been working with lately, which is pretty cool, meaning that we could fit this in smaller cases. I mean, it's an RTX 4070 Super, so it's definitely gonna have plenty of power. We've got 12 gigabytes of GDDR6X memory, and even if we took the cooler off and water blocked it, it'd be about that size. So it's such a small card compared to what else is out there, which is gonna be fantastic for those more compact builds. And it's still a triple fan cooler, which is awesome. Now, when I saw this, I found this power supply very unique. So this is the ASUS Prime 850 watt gold power supply. Unique thing about this is it's kind of like a panda design in the fact that one side is white. So if you have like a cutout for your power supply and you can visibly see it, you can have either the white side showing, or if the case allows it, you can actually have the fan up and you can have the back side showing as well. So either black or white to suit your build, which I thought was pretty cool. It also has our built-in 12-volt high-powered connection, so we can power our RTX 4000 series graphics card straight from the power supply. And 850 watts, that's plenty of juice as well. And it also has an 8-year warranty, so it just goes to show that ASUS is very confident in their product. Now, as you guys can see, the ASUS Prime RTX 4070 Super is doing a fantastic job at running games at 4K settings. And that's why we want to give one of you guys a chance at winning one. All you have to do is comment under the video with the hashtag #ShowYourPrimeAsus and include your Instagram account name for a chance to win. I'll also leave links in the video description where you can find out more. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and a big thank you to ASUS for partnering us for the build and the giveaway. Good luck to all of you who have entered. And as always, in the comments, let us know what you want to see next. Do you want a cleaning PC video? Do you want another PC build? Do you want a custom mod? Let us know, guys. We'll see you all in the next one.